Hemphill jumping center for Michigan City. He'll be jumping against Chris Palambizio. It's tossed and tipped. Class 4A action here tonight underway from Maryville High School on the Region Sports Network as Palambizio flies it for three on top. No good. Offensive board by Jacob Mullen. And another opportunity for the Michigan City Wolves. I should say for the Chesterton Trojans. Michigan City comes down to man-to-man defense.
That was a pretty lengthy shot, the first shot of the game.
Yeah, right off the bat, firing up the three. Mullen has it, circle right, goes cross-court there to Chris Palambizio. He drives to the bucket, leaping leaner, no good. Fouls up his own miss, can't get it to fall, but he draws the foul, and we've got our first foul of the evening. And Palambizio will head to the stripe. It'll be charged to Dylan Crawford, or rather Dylan Underwood picks up the personal. That'll be his first team number one. And Palambizio to the line to shoot a pair.
I really thought that Chesterton ran a flex offense that very first time to get to Palambizio with a shot. But we'll see. We'll see if they continue with that offense.
You see a lot of programs running the flex just because of the movement and the screening, and there's many different variations, obviously, to run, as you know. Palambizio's second shot is no good. 1-0 Chesterton on the board, leading with 7:27 to go here in the first quarter. As Shaquan Hemphill lets it fly from 15 feet out. No good. Pokes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Wolves. Wolves in the home white trimmed with blue. Chesterton in the road maroon with gold. Underwood sets the trigger the inbound baseline right for Michigan City. Looking for a teammate. Underwood looking, still looking. Goes right side to Combs. He'll put it to the floorboard with the left hand. Zachariah Virgil into the game as well for Michigan City. Virgil goes on top to Hemphill, who swings it right side. Goes right wing there to Zach Stewart. Stewart on top to Barron. His shot is no good. Rebound by Chesterton. Trojans up 1-0. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Left wing is Niles DeLosa. Tries to go inside, loses the handle, rolled out of bounds. Last touch by a Michigan City Wolf. It's going to stay with Chesterton.
Very ironic that both teams come out and played with a three-point line. Yeah, I don't know why they don't attack the basket first and then settle.
And then adjust?
Yeah, adjust to that outside shot.
Jack Mullen, head of the key. Right side, Palambizio. Leaves it in the right corner there to Jacob Weber. Weber from 15. That's no good. Ball is loose and controlled there by the Michigan City Wolves. And Shane Barron. Barron pulls it up right side. Goes to Zachariah Virgil. Virgil high right to Dylan Underwood. Underwood back right corner to Virgil. He'll elevate for three. Can't answer the bell. And Rice Lewis of Chesterton with the offense, or rather the defensive board, and the push with the Trojans up 1-0. 6:14 to go here in the opening quarter. From the free throw line, Weber can't get it to drop. Rebound covered up by Zach Stewart of Michigan City. Stewart on the push in the front court. Finds Hemphill high right. Goes right side to Dylan Underwood. Underwood yanks it back out for John Boyd and company. Coach Boyd off the bench.
He's running a set.
Chesterton stays in that man-to-man. They're starting that offense extremely high from the bucket.
What it is, it's a triangle offense. You get three guys from the point on down to the block and so forth. And, you get a little screening action, but not a lot. But that's what he's has on the floor right now.
Underwood's three is no good at the other end. Shot off the hands of Jacob Weber is no good. It's loose and battled for. Who has it? The Trojans get it back. And Lewis works with it, takes it hard to the bucket, runs right over the defender, and it's an offensive foul against Rice Lewis of the Chesterton Trojans. That'll be his first, also a turnover, Coach.
It's a good call. I got a feeling in the next 2 years you're going to see that half circle for high school basketball.
I would agree.
I think it takes away all the guessing.
I think that's a good move, too, because that's one of the most controversial calls as it is, the block charge, and you might as well make it a little bit easier on the officials if you have the halo.
John just brought 4 players in the ball game, Coach. It's all up to you.
Yeah, let's make sure things are right here, too. Dominique Jones comes across the timeline, working with a basketball, lobs it in the right corner for Hemphill, ripped away there by Rice Lewis of Chesterton. Trojans looking to run up 1-0. Left side to Palambizio, up off the window, and he gets it to drop. Chris Palambizio with all 3 points, and Trojans on top, 3-0. Now the baseline drive at the other end by Brad Pulowski, and it's ripped away. Now a turnover again by the Trojans, poked out of bounds there by Dominique Jones, and it's going to stay with, they're going to say it goes back to Michigan City, Coach.
Bad call.
I got to agree with you on that.
And referees are conversing.
So it's going to go back to Michigan City. I don't know about that one. Michael Miller, baseline left for Michigan City, looking for the inbound. Still looking. Now a 5 second call against Michigan City. I was just thinking that. You said it, I was thinking it. So it's going to go back to Chesterton, leading 3-0.
That's a fast 5-second count.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
Little pressure by Michigan City.
Well, that's what you would expect.
Yeah.
Palambizio across the timeline, working with the right-hand dribble, works on Shaquan Hemphill. Leaves it right corner to Niles DeLosa. DeLosa left wing to Mullen for 3 on the way, up and in. Jack Mullen opens up a 6-0 lead. The 6'4 junior averages 5 points per contest. It's his first triple of the evening. And it's a 6-0 lead for Chesterton. We've got a foul at the other end coming up against the Chesterton Trojans.
Those early advantages always pay off. I think last night Valparaiso was up 12-1 and lost the ball game. So
early starts don't always lead to early wins. 3 ball off the left wing, no good by Jones. Weak side defensive board cleaned up by Chris Palambizio of the Trojans. Palambizio comes across the timeline, swings it right side to DeLosa, who goes head of the key. Now to Rice Lewis. Lewis gets the ball screen, doesn't take it, now goes high left. Swings it left side to DeLosa. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the opening quarter. Inside off the bounce pass from Weber to Palambizio. We've got a foul against Michigan City.
Little high-low action there. Palambizio down screens, and once the guy at the high post got the shot, he sealed his man off and got the foul. But I think it's a good advantage to Chesterton to use that high-low offense.
Hemphill picks up his first personal team, number 2. Baseline left, Palambizio set to trigger the inbound. Goes to DeLosa, who goes high right to Lewis. On top, Palambizio dials it up for 3. That's no good. Poked out of bounds. Last touch by a Michigan City Wolf ball. It's going to stay with the Trojans.
They're booing about every call right now. I thought that was Michigan City's ball, but we have a long range.
I was just going to say.
We have a long range advantage here.
3:57 to go in the opening quarter. Trojans leading 6-0. Runner from the left wing by DeLosa is no good. Weak side board cleared out of there by Brad Pulaski of Michigan City. At the other end of the bucket goes Michael Miller. His stop and pop is up and good. Michigan City on the board. Miller hits the hoop. And with 3:19 to go, it's a 6-2 lead.
First basket of the ball game. 1-2-2 press by Michigan City.
Inside, Palambizio can't get it to fall.
Got to hit that.
Jones with the board for Michigan City and the push. Yeah, you got to hit the bunnies in a game like this. Miller to the cup. Runner up. No good. It's going to say it's on the floor. The official waved it off. And the personal is going to be charged to Jacob Weber of Chesterton. That'll be his first substitution for Chesterton. Antoine Beeks, the 5'10 junior, averaging 3 points a game, checks in.
If I remember correctly, Beeks is a very, very quick athlete.
Yep. Pulaski off the lob, looks inside, can't find his intended receiver. That's Shane Barron, and a turnover by Michigan City. Palambizio and the Trojans have the basketball. 6-2 advantage. Chesterton, 3:10 to go here in the first. Palambizio from 25 off the left wing, drills it. Got a nice look into the stand for the Michigan City faithful, and Palambizio with the hoop. He's got 6 of the 9 points now.
I think he's got the green light.
Yeah, you think?
I think.
No question. Miller, head of the key. Right side for 3. Dominique Jones can't find the equalizer. Inside, Barron with the offensive board. Back on top to Miller. His leaping leaner from the left wing is up. No good. And the board by Jack Mullen of Chesterton. Trojans trying to open up the 7-point advantage as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the opening quarter. And we've got a blocking foul at the other end against Michigan City.
Calling a little tighter than they did last night, but we'll see as the game progresses.
Personal foul will be charged to Michigan City's Dominique Jones, his first, team 3.
He brought some of the regulars back in.
Off the inbound, Palambizio goes on top to Kai Palambizio, who's checked in now. Beeks has it, and we've got a whistle. And it looks like an offensive foul against the Chesterton Trojans. That's also a turnover. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Cherville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 864-8541. And they're online at www.rkmissgroup.com. 2-3 zone, half court by Chesterton as Michigan City works the basketball down 7. under 2 minutes to go. Actually, I should say under 2.5 minutes to go here in the quarter.
It's kind of a 1-2-2. The point guard moves up a little higher, but no better than Michigan City shooting, I think. A zone is a very productive defense.
Miller, jump pass inside, and they turned it over.
Good call.
So a turnover by Michigan City, and it goes back to Chesterton. With 2:09 to go here in the first quarter, 9-2 lead for the Chesterton Trojans. Here comes the full court pressure by Michigan City. Lewis has it in the backcourt, works one-on-one against his defender. Miller comes across the timeline between the rings with a right-hand dribble. Goes left wing, Kai Palambizio, left corner to Chris Palambizio. Chris swings it on top, Beeks, who goes right side for three. Right, Lewis up and in. Lewis stepped back and hit the triple. And the 6'2 junior, averaging 14 points a game, opens up a 10-point advantage for the Chesterton Trojans late here in the first quarter. Hemphill and Michigan City have the basketball. Inside there, that's Zach Virgil. And what do we got? A kick violation. It's going to stay with the Michigan City Wolves.
I'm looking at Chesterton defense against an out-of-bounds play. They used to use a 4-1. Now they're just straight zone. He must have scrapped that one. Miller
off the inbound, goes left corner now to Zach Stewart. Stewart has it. The lefty thought about the three, goes high left now to Dylan Underwood. Underwood directing traffic for John Boyd and company. They're going to try to bring Chesterton out of that zone with 1:27 to go here in the first quarter. 10-point lead for Chesterton. Michigan City working with the basketball. Underwood. Right side to Shinquan Hemphill. His right side runner-up. No good. And Hemphill shoots two.
Well, with only one field goal to their score right now, it's 1:11 left in the first quarter. This may be one of the lowest scoring first quarters we've seen.
Yep, you're right.
And it's not the defense either.
It's just one of those nights. Yeah,
they're just not putting the ball in the basket.
The lefty Hemphill misses number one. He'll get one more opportunity. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and the Peak Performance return for another season on the Region Sports Network and RegionSports.com. Underwritten by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Check for the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Peak Performers every week at RegionSports.com. Hemphill gets one more. Michigan City down 10 with 1:17 to go in the first. The lefty Hemphill shot is up and in. 12-3 Hemphill on the board.
Looks like a 2-2-1 zone press. Not putting a lot of pressure on the ball.
Beeks, front court, right corner now for three off the hands of Kai Palambizio. That's no good. Weak side defensive board by Crawford of Michigan City, who checked in. Underwood, left corner three. Brad Pulaski up and in. Pulaski set his feet, coach, and he hits the triple. And the lead down to 12-6. Advantage Chesterton, under a minute to go. Beeks at the other end, loses the handle, and coach, a turnover by the Trojans.
Well, it was a good penetration by John Boyd Jr. I don't even see his name on here. But anyway, he penetrated and drew everybody in and kicked the ball to the corner. And he got the guy a little bit of time to shoot. They must have known something about him because the crowd started getting excited before he even took the shot.
Michigan City with the basketball, under a minute to go, 12-6. Chesterton on top, sitting in that zone, that 1-2-2 look. As Stewart lost the handle, poked away by Beeks. He tracked it down, sideline left for Chesterton. Inside, shot on the way, up and in by Jacob Weber. Or I should say, can't get it to go. Epping rolled in and out, and the board by Michigan City. Well, that thing was down. I put my head down for a second, and it came out. Hemphill drives baseline. Inside to the big fella, Crawford. He puts it up and good. Seven Crawford with the hoop, and it's a 12-8 lead with 10 seconds to go. We've got a foul in the backcourt coming up against Michigan City.
Michigan City must have brought a very good crowd because there's a lot of players that applauded that particular play.
Personal foul against Zach Stewart of the City. That's his first team five. 5.5 seconds left in the backcourt. Ray Yagelski comes to the timeline. I'm not sure he knows how much time's on the clock now. Yagelski looks up, left of the lane. Inside they look for Weber. Ball thrown away, and the half-court heave at the horn is no good. First 8 minutes of action complete here at Maryville High School. It's Chesterton 12, Michigan City 8. Back after this timeout. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Blue 82, located in St. John just across from Lake Central High School, is where big screen sports, mouth-watering food, live music, and good times are all on the same team. Featuring food prepared from scratch with top-quality ingredients, Blue 82 provides a fun and relaxed atmosphere for groups big and small. Blue 82 is open for quick lunches, outstanding dinners, and late-night snacks. To see all that Blue 82 has to offer, including their menu, the website is www.blue82.net.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players in highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
High school basketball on the Key 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Alongside Coach Jim Eats, my name is Brian Jennings. Second quarter action set to begin here at Maryville High School. It's Chesterton 12, Maryville 8, and Coach, the Wolves back in this one, and they had a nice little run late in that first quarter.
Chesterton come out in a 1-3-1. Again, I would use that defense in preparation for a team that is not shooting the ball very well.
On top, three ball ahead of the key is up and good by Zach Virgil, and the hoop is in. So Virgil cuts it to a 1-point lead for Chesterton.
It's 9 consecutive points for Michigan City.
Trojans have the basketball in the front court. It's Rice Lewis. Lewis between the circles, right side to Chris Palambizio. Palambizio head of the key, now to DeLosa, who goes left wing. To Kai Palambizio, back left of the lane, three ball on the way, no good off the hands of Lewis, and an offensive board by Chesterton. Now for three, Niles DeLosa dials it up and drills it, and it's up to a 15-11 lead. That's a big hoop right there for Chesterton, and it opens up a 4-point advantage for the Trojans with 7 minutes to go here in the half.
I think Coach Feller wants the zone to be a little wider.
Hemphill on top for three. That's no good. Defensive board. Fought for and picked out of there by Rice Lewis to Chesterton. Lewis on the push into the front court. Now goes to the lane. The scoop to the hoop. Up and in. Nice move right there by Lewis.
Good response to the 11 points in a row.
We go to the other end. It's Jerome Boyd. Can't get the shot to drop, and the board picked out of there by DeLosa. DeLosa brings it front court. Loses the handle. Poked out of bounds by Boyd, so it's going to stay with Chesterton. Now a substitution of 4 people for Michigan City.
John's doing the old 4 in, 4 out guy. No, who's he leaving in there? He must leave one player in there.
I think he's leaving in there for this one.
21.
It's going to be, and that's Brad Pulaski. Sideline right, front court, Chesterton basketball. Lewis on top, between the leg dribble, right side to Mullen. Mullen, who started the game, re-entered here at the quarter break, goes right corner to Palambizio. Fall away Jay from 17 up and in. That's a sweet stroke right there by Chris Palambizio.
I would look for him every time down the floor.
You think?
I think.
8-point lead for Chesterton, 19-11, with 6:12 to go here in the first half. Right corner for Michigan City. The shot on the way is up, no good. And Michael Miller couldn't get it to fall and rolls out of bounds. It's going to go back to Chesterton. Reminder, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowell Companies are the insurance superheroes. Trojans up 8. They have the basketball, working from right to left on your dial. As on top, that's DeLosa, who goes left side to Lewis. On top, Palambizio. Back to Lewis, high left. Lewis takes it between the circles, drives the lane, scoop shot with the left hand, up and in. Nobody's helping out on that weak side, Coach.
No help defense. When a guy penetrates all the way to the basket with no one picking up, it's trouble. Whoa.
Now Pulaski from the left corner hits the triple. He's got 6 on a pair of threes, and it's down to a 7-point advantage, 21-14. Chesterton on top.
He looks very comfortable shooting that 3-point.
Yes, he does. Palambizio on top. Beeline pass inside to Weber. Shot no good, and a foul coming up against the City.
Actually, Michigan City used a half-court trap that time, and they were able to get somebody open under the basket. Nice pass by Palambizio.
Weber to the line, the 6'5 junior, averaging 5 points per contest. This club shoots 75% from the line entering tonight's game, Coach, and that's pretty doggone good.
That's pretty good.
Weber hits number 1. He'll get another opportunity. Lead 8 now for Chesterton with 5:16 to go in the first half.
generally it's a team that hits a better percentage of free throws, but Valparaiso was an exception to the rule last night.
Yeah, that's true. Number 2 on the way by Weber, and he hits it. 9-point lead again for Chesterton. Clock rolls, 5:12 to go here in the half as Miller comes across the timeline with a left hand. Now goes right side to Virgil. Vigil now on top to Pulaski. He'll let the 3 fly again. Rattles it in and out. Offensive board by Crawford. Shot blocked. Miller finds it. Goes left side to Pulaski. Shovels it inside to Crawford. Scoop! Up and in. Foul, and it counts. 7 Crawford to the line with a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. Great strong move inside.
Yeah, very good move. He took the ball right to the rim.
Hemphill back in for the City. As Vigil sits down.
Well, as we saw these two teams at the beginning of the night, we thought they were very equal, and they obviously, I think it's going to be a very close ball game.
The 6'3" junior Crawford lets the free throw opportunity fly, and he drills it, and it's now 23-17. Chesterton on top with 4:51 to go here in the first half. This has been a game of runs, Coach.
I haven't figured this defense out, but I will before the night's over.
Weber goes in the right corner to Lewis, and he loses the handle, and it's going to say last touch by Crawford, so it's going to stay with Chesterton, I should say.
I think eventually the pressure by Michigan City will pay off for them. They put a lot of pressure on the basketball.
Yep, trying to force the tempo. Lewis, high left, standing dribble. Works on Miller, swings it right side to Palambizio. Chris to the floorboard with a left-hand spin move. Now faces a double down, leaves it in the right corner for Kai Palambizio. Now the pass is stolen away by Miller. Miller to the bucket, lays it up with the right hand and in. Points off the turnover, lead down to 4 for Chesterton. That's Michigan City basketball, Coach.
Yep.
23-19, 4:09 to go in the half. Across the timeline, Weber has it in the front court for Chesterton. Goes high left to Mullen. Mullen picks up the dribble, goes on top there to Lewis. Lewis had it poked away in the backcourt, but he comes and gets it. Lewis jump pass now. Again, there's that pressure, and you can see that Michigan City has cranked it up. Runner in the lane by Weber is up and good. Nice little move to the bucket right there, avoiding the offensive foul.
Well, if they move the basketball, they're going to get some good looks at the basket.
Weber with 4. The lead is now 25-19 inside to Crawford. Make it 25-21. Crawford having his way inside. And there's a timeout on the floor. It's a full 30-second timeout. They're going to change it to. We'll take it with them. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Schererville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Schererville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
3:37 to go here in the first half. 25-21. It's Chesterton over the Michigan City Wolves here tonight from Maryville High School Class 4A Sectional number 2 action. And it's been a good one so far, Coach.
As you said, it's a game of runs. So we'll see what happens now. 25-21 in favor of Chesterton.
After the timeout, Trojan basketball baseline jumper on the way, up and good by Jacob Weber.
Very easy shot. No one was on him.
Michigan City comes with it across the timeline. High right is Jones. Directing traffic. Head of the key now to Zach Stewart. He'll let it fly from I-65. That's no good. Rebound covered up by Jacob Weber.
That's pretty long.
That's a shot. Trojans basketball. Up 6. 3 minutes remaining in the half. Into the lane goes Lewis. Nobody stopped the basketball. He can't hit the bunny. And the board controlled there by Stewart of the City. In the right corner now to Miller. Drives baseline. Spin to the rim. Runner on the way. No good. Palambizio with the board for Chesterton. Inside. The runner by Lewis is no good. I want to welcome you back into another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network.
Well, the next foul by either team will be a 1-1. That's a two-shot foul.
Yep, Lewis goes to the line. Each club with 16 fouls, as mentioned by Coach East. Shot on the way. First free throw opportunity, no good by Lewis. Crawford will sit down for Michigan City, and checking into this one is Shane Barron. Barron, the 6'3 senior. 6-point lead for the Chesterton Trojans with 2:29 to go here in the first half. Number 2 on the way up and in. Lewis splits them. And for Lewis, he's got 7 points here in the first half. He'll sit down, and Antoine Beeks back in for Chesterton.
Well, we'll see if Michigan City can cut that margin down. They're 7 down right now. All they're looking for right now is the outside. Well, there's a violation right there.
Yep, a turnover off the double dribble there by Zach Stewart. It's going to go back to Chesterton. Trojans, as they reset the scoreboard now, it's 28-21. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Right side baseline drive by Jack Mullen. Kicks it out right side to Weber. On top, Beeks goes left wing to Kai Palambizio inside to his cousin Chris. Left-hand layup up and good. That's too easy, Coach.
Yeah, you can't stop him if he's inside. He's got too good of moves.
Palambizio in double figures now with 10. Left wing 3 by Stewart is an air ball. It's not a good shot, and John Boyd not happy with that one, so it's going to go back to Chesterton with 2:09 to go. 9-point lead for the Trojans. Little full court man-to-man pressure by Michigan City. Weber has it.
Palambizio is a very versatile player. He got him bringing the ball up the floor. They got him posting up inside. He likes that three-point shot.
He can play. Beeks, left corner 3 on the way, is too strong. Tap by Palambizio into the hands of Beeks. His double clutch shot in the lane is no good. Hemphill climbs over everybody and rips it away from Beeks. And we've got a foul now as Palambizio gets called for the hook. He's not happy with the call. He just sort of looked at the official, sprints down to the other end, and that's a good move right there. Just get yourself out of there.
Should be a 1-1. There it is. We'll see if they...
Yep, the scoreboard operator going to remind the officials that's the 17th foul. Now let's see if they get the right shooter.
I put my best free throw shooter up there right now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They did.
Coach, you got all the tricks.
Well, when they're confused like that, you take advantage of this situation.
Called gamesmanship, the game within the game, right?
Well, I don't know.
Hey, Hemphill to the line, shooting one of the bonus, the lefty, wearing the knee pads. First shot is no good. Palambizio with the board. You got to hit the 1-on-1 opportunities, especially the first one. Palambizio brings it across the timeline, goes to Mullen, who takes it right side. He shuffled the shoes, and a turnover by the Chesterton Trojans, up 9 with 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. I'd like to remind you that this broadcast is a production of the Region Sports Network. Any other use, duplication, reproduction, or retransmission of the accounts and descriptions of this contest without the express written consent of the Region Sports Network is prohibited. 9-point lead for Chesterton. Clock rolls. 1:20 to go here in the first half. Stewart. Now to Boyd, high right. Back to Stewart. He'll drive the baseline with the stop and pop up and in. The lefty from 15 feet out cans it and cuts the lead down to 7 for the Trojans, coming up on the 1-minute mark here in the first half.
I'm not sure. They're double-teaming the ball whenever they get a chance.
Beeks outside the arc, foul line left. Bounce pass high left now to Palambizio. Palambizio swings it right side. Now the baseline drive by Jack Mullen. We've got a reach-in foul coming up against Jerome Boyd of the city.
Not a real smart play. With only 55 seconds to go in the quarter, you put the kid to the line with with 1-on-1. I'm not sure this is one of the key players. Oh, I guess he's a starter.
Yep, Jack Mullen to the line. 6'4" and a junior, averaging 3 points per contest. Number 1 on the way up and in. He hits the front end of the 1-and-1. 31-23, back to an 8-point lead. Michigan City got within 1 early on in the second quarter, but Chesterton went on a run of their own. Now it's an 8-point lead with just about 56 seconds left. Mullen, the lanky righty, with number 2 off the front of the iron. Can't get it to drop. Board by the city's Barron. Up ahead in the right corner now, Pulaski's going to try for his third three of the night. Can't get it to go. Beeks on the push off the defensive board for Cheese all the way to the bucket. With a nice little scoop move up and in. Great move right there by Beeks. Avoided the defender and got the hoop. Now Hemphill at the other end gets caught in the air. Finds his trailer there. And that's Barron. He lays it up and in. The big fella running the floor. Hemphill got away with a mistake there. He went in the air with nowhere to go. Found his teammate and he gets the hoop. Lead back down to 8 with 20 seconds left. Now a near steal, and it's ripped away by Barron. Barron weaves and bobs his way to the bucket. His runner is no good. Mullins with the board for Chesterton with 10 seconds left here in the first half. Good. Oh. Inside to get into the hands there. Kai Palambizio, his little up and under move is up and good. And it's down to a 10-point lead as the half-court heave is no good. And we are through 16 minutes of action here at Maryville High School. And at the break, it's Chesterton 35, Michigan City 25. Let's step out for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the halftime show. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Jack's Warehouse, Northwest Indiana's newest indoor family fun center, is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, SkyTrail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Schererville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
Planning on traveling to Indy for the state finals? Embassy Suites is located in the heart of Indianapolis. Embassy Suites is connected to Circle Center with many entertainment and dining options. All guests can enjoy 2-room suites with bedroom and living room and complimentary hot breakfast each morning. Embassy Suites Indianapolis, 317-236-1800 or 1-800-EMBASSY.
Smith Ford on Route 2 in Lowell is Northwest Indiana's straightforward, no-bull Ford dealer. Smith Ford has a great selection of new Fords like the new Fusion and C-Max hybrids that are rated at 47 miles per gallon, highway and city. Smith Ford also has a selection of fine pre-driven vehicles, and the service and parts departments are open 6 days a week to get you in and out in a timely fashion, no bull. Smith Ford on Route 2 in Lowell. The website is smithfordlowell.com.
Green 18! Green 18!
The Region Sports Network is proud to be the exclusive media partner of the Crown Point Junior Bulldog Youth Football League. The Junior Bulldogs are Northwest Indiana's largest independent youth football league, serving over 500 players and their families from 22 Northwest Indiana communities. For more information on the Crown Point Junior Bulldogs Youth Football League, the website is cpjrbulldogs.com. That's cpjrbulldogs.com.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network with Coach Jim East. My name is Brian Jennings, and Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, Chesterton jumped out to the quick lead and never relinquished it. I think Michigan City needs to take a little more time and picking out their shots and attacking the basket. You're down 9. You need to play a little better defense, but I think the offense is the key right now.
If you're just joining us, Chesterton had a 12-8 advantage at the end of the first quarter and opens up a 10-point lead here at the break. And Michigan City got with 12-11 early on in the second quarter, but Chesterton opened up, as we said, this 10-point advantage as clubs head into the locker room. Here at the intermission, it's a 35-25 lead for Chesterton over the Michigan City Wolves. And at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Berry Brother Blue Collar Player of the Game, underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, the source for quality work and safety footwear, as well as apparel. Also tonight at the end of the game, we'll name the United Federal Credit Union Big Money Play of the Game, underwritten by our friends at United Federal Credit Union. United Federal Credit Union, banking made easy. Let's step out for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the halftime. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131, and online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel, with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at mcshanes.com.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Back courtside here at Maryville High School at the break, 35-25. It's Chesterton on top over the Michigan City Wolves, and this is the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 FM, the Key. And with Coach Jim East, my name is Brian Jennings here at the break. And, you know, we talked about it before the first break, Coach, and we talked about how this has been a game of runs, but it seems like the game has had a spurt here and there where it's picked up tempo-wise, and then Chesterton has been able to get to the basket. And I think that's because Michigan City has not really gotten back on defense because they want to spread the floor and really chase you all over.
Chesterton got some real easy shots off that press and so forth. I don't know whether full court is the answer. I think maybe half court, protect the basket and so forth, but Michigan City is going to have to do something different to get themselves back in the ballgame.
At the break, it's a 10-point lead for the Chesterton Trojans over Michigan City as both clubs are on the floor. And reminder, tonight's game is underwritten in part by Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Cherville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 864-8541. You can get them online as well at www.rkmissgroup.com. Coach, let's go inside the locker room. If you're making any kind of second-half adjustments, first let's start with Chesterton. What do you look to change?
I won't change anything right now. You're up at 9. You just got to handle the ball against the press. You know it's going to come and so forth. You got to move the ball quicker and so forth, but you got to look towards the basket and so forth. I think that's the key, is having yourself a position player under the basket. For Michigan City, that I don't know whether throwing numbers is in the works or not, but he's tried 9 players. Something's got to work for him. Right now, he's got to be able to defeat that zone. The zone has been very effective for Chesterton.
At the break, it's a 10-point lead for the Chesterton Trojans. Let's step out for this 2-minute timeout. When we come back, second half action on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Since 1922, Smith Chevy in Hammond and Smith Chevy in Lowell have been working hard to earn trust as quality auto dealers for Northwest Indiana. With a wide range of new Chevrolets like the all-new Impala and the 35 miles per gallon Cruze and plenty of certified pre-owned vehicles in stock, Smith Chevy tries to make the sales process as simple as possible by matching customers to the vehicle that fits them best. And Smith Chevy has the highest rated service department in Chicagoland. Smith Chevrolet, the first new car option.
Quality, family, convenience, trust. The 4 interlocking diamonds that symbolize United. Quality, family, convenience, trust. The 4 interlocking diamonds that symbolize United Federal Credit Union represent our commitment to our members. Quality, what we strive for in every transaction. Family, We have products and financial advice for every stage of life, like we would for our own family. Convenience. We are constantly adding ways to make our products more convenient, like mobile banking, online banking, and 24-hour telephone banking. Service. Our service-oriented staff will take the time to get to know you on a personal level. United Federal Credit Union in Griffith. We'll get you there. For over 65 years, the Town Club in Highland has been serving generations of region diners. The Town Club specializes in steaks, prime rib, and perch, all served in a warm and cozy environment, and is open for lunch and dinner. The Town Club is a restaurant that hungry diners will want to return to again and again. The Town Club, 2904 45th Street in Highland. Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs. High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Second half here tonight from Maryville High School Class 4A Sectional number 2 action right here on the Region Sports Network. Welcome back to another Chicago and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealer presentation of high school hoops here on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 FM The Key. And with Coach Jim East, my name is Brian Jennings. Coach, second half action set to begin. 16 more minutes remaining of basketball for these two clubs, and let's see if the second half shapes up to be as well played as what we saw in the first half from time to time. It seemed like it was a game of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It had spurts, where it was good basketball, and a couple times we looked like we were running up and down the floor, but second half underway, and I think really a lot of this will come down to who gets control of the tempo as well.
I think Michigan City wants an upbeat tempo. They're coming out in a 1-2-2 zone. See if they trap out of it.
Trojan basketball to begin the second half as Lewis comes across the timeline, goes left side to DeLosa. Now they swing it right side to Chris Palambizio. He's the lone player in double figures for Chesterton on top. 3 from Rice. Lewis is up and in. Lewis with the triple, and he's got 10 points on the night. And the lead is now 13 for the Trojans. That's their biggest lead of the night. We've got an injured Michigan City Wolf.
Looks like a sprained ankle.
Looks like that's Jerome Boyd. Official's going to let him see if he can walk it off. I don't know if he looks like he might have got hit in the throat.
I don't know.
He was limping, you're right, but it seems like he's holding his throat area like he took one right off the Adam's apple. That's got to be scary, too, when you can't catch your breath.
Yeah.
So Boyd's going to come to the bench, and Dominique Jones will check in for the City. City down 13. They've got the basketball with 7:43 to go here in the third quarter.
Boyd was a distributor, so that will disrupt the plans a little bit.
Jones comes and gets it in the backcourt, comes to the timeline with a left-hand dribble. Swings it to the high right side to Zach Stewart. Stewart, left-handed, goes on top. Top of the key 3 by Vigil, up and in. Vigil hits the triple, and he's got on the night 6 points. And the lead down to 11 for Chesterton. Coming up on the 7-minute mark here in the third quarter. Mullen comes across the timeline. Finds Lewis, but it's poked out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Chesterton at the half-court stripe. Sideline left.
Looks to me like Michigan City was going into a diamond and 1 or diamond 2.
There's your gadget defense you talked about.
Yeah. Hey, it's tough to play against. You're not used to playing against it.
DeLosa, 3, right side up and in. Got his feet set, Coach. Hits the triple. It's 41-28, a 13-point lead now for Chesterton. That is the biggest lead of the night with 6:55 to go in the third. Right side for 3. No good off the hands of Vigil. Long board by the Trojans. All the way to the bucket goes to Losa. Poked out of bounds by Hemphill, and it's going to stay with Chesterton.
Michigan City just can't get themselves organized. It seems like they end up taking 1 or 2 passes and shooting a 3. That's not the way to, when you're behind, to shoot that 3.
Right.
There's another layup.
Off the inbound, Lewis, Coach, came off that little high curl cut, broke right towards the bucket and gets the easy hoop, and now Lewis has 12.
15-point lead.
43-28. Hemphill, foul line right to the floorboard with a left hand. He'll take it hard to the bucket with the dewdrop jumper. He gets it to drop.
He hasn't scored many points.
No, he has not. That's his first 2 of the night.
Is that right?
He averages 14 a night. He's got his first points of the evening. 13-point lead for Chesterton. There's that full-court pressure by Michigan City. And Chesterton breaks it easily. Inside, they try to find Jacob Weber. Pass is thrown away off the hands of DeLosa. So the turnover to Michigan City.
You only need 7 more of those bad passes, so that's the bad thing about it. You make a bad pass, you go down and score 2, but Chesterton will answer with a 3-point shot.
Hemphill, foul line right, directing traffic. Goes head of the key. Now to Vigil. He'll take it right down the lane. The stop and pop off the front of the iron board by Chesterton. Right, Lewis. Lewis splits to the triple team, takes it hard to the bucket. Shot is blocked by Hemphill, but we've got a foul coming up against Zach Stewart of Michigan City.
I'll say one thing about DeLosa. He takes the ball to the hoop very, very strong.
Lewis goes to the line. The 6'2 junior averages 14 points per contest. He'll shoot 2. Number 1 on its way, up and in. He gets one more opportunity.
Actually, this is as well as I've seen Chesterton play. I saw him during the season.
Number 2, up and in. He hits them both. 45-30, it's back to a 15-point advantage. That is the biggest lead of the night for Chesterton. Off the baseline drive, Stewart has it shut off. He brings it back out. Now gets it back, high right, with the standing dribble. He'll let this one fly from 27. It's up and good. He chucked it from about 5 feet behind the arc, Coach, and he hits the hoop. That's a 3 ball, and the lead is 12 now for Chesterton.
John wants full court pressure. John Boyd I'm talking about.
5:33 to go in the quarter. 45-33. Now we've got a foul in the front court against
I don't think he wants a foul, though. That's 3 fouls on that's just 2.
Personal foul goes to Shane Barron. That'll be his first. Trojans get the basketball back right in front of Tom Peller on the Trojan bench. Mullen to inbound.
Had a set play there, trying to get the ball down low to Palambizio. Palambizio's directing traffic.
Inside the Palambizio, spin to the rim, shot on the way up and in. He gets the bump in the bucket. Chris Palambizio to the line with a chance at the conventional 3-point play.
Now, I'm talking from a coach's viewpoint.
Of course.
I don't know why they don't deny him the ball entirely. Just face guard him. Let the other 4 players beat you. But to get him a ball down low, he's going to have a chance for 3 points here. It's not the way to play him.
Of course, his dad, Dan Palambizio, Mr. Basketball in the state of Indiana in the early 80s. Started out, I believe, at Purdue, transferred to Ball State, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he was inducted to the Hall of Fame last year.
Shot by Palambizio up and in. And he gets the 3-point opportunity, 15-point lead, 48-33. 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Chesterton on top. 13 points now for Palambizio as Stewart has the basketball for Michigan City. Now Pulowski goes on top to Michael Miller. Miller in the jump circle, goes high left, finding Crawford. Crawford goes cross court to Miller, the lefty for 3. No good. Weak side board tipped and controlled by Michigan City, and the Wolves with another crack at it as Miller goes right wing to Zach Stewart. You got to put a body on somebody defensively, Coach.
You know, all they're doing is passing the ball around the perimeter. They're not gaining any advantage at all.
Miller between the circles, back to Stewart, pump fakes, puts it to the deck, stops for 3 from 22. That's no good. It's tapped along the weak side, and Niles DeLosa couldn't get the handle, so it's going to go back to the City with 4:36 to go here in the third. Michigan City with their work cut out for them, down 15 here tonight on the Region Sports Network, and off the inbound, they get it to Crawford. He gets a nice, easy bucket underneath. Crawford listed at 6'3", but he looks a lot bigger than that.
Yes, he does. He's very athletic.
8 points now for Crawford off the bench. Palambizio, right of the lane, takes it hard to the bucket, forces it up and in. Great strong move to the hoop by Palambizio. He's got 15.
They have no answer for him.
No, they don't. Lead is back to 15 as well for the Trojans. Yep, Palambizio's had his way tonight. As the 3 ball off the hands again of Zach Stewart is no good. Long board by Chesterton and the push by DeLosa. DeLosa finds Palambizio. Now on top to Lewis. Shovel pass inside as they look for Weber. It's poked away in the turnover by the Trojans on the push up ahead. Front court left side. Brad Pulowski shuffled the shoes in a turnover by the City.
How long has it been since John Boyd or since Michigan City has won the sectional?
Never.
Never won the sectional.
Michigan City Wolves have never won a sectional.
Never.
Surprising.
Yes, it is. They've had their share of good athletes.
Now, Elston and Rogers, as we know, had great traditions in basketball.
They did.
But since the schools consolidated back, mid-90s or so?
I don't know when that was. I'm not that old. No, I know. I don't know when it was, but...
Antoine Beeks checks in for Chesterton. Trojans have the basketball in the backcourt opposite the Michigan City bench. Triggering the inbound is Jack Mullen. He still looks for a teammate and takes the timeout. So a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. With 3:56 to go in the third quarter, it's Chesterton 50, Maryville 35. We'll step off of this 30-second break here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois. Tonight's game is being underwritten by your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agents in Lake County. Different drivers require different kinds of car insurance. Coverage from house to house isn't always the same, and life policies vary too. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County is proud to, in part, underwrite high school sports on 90.5 FM WRTW The Key. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County. High school basketball on The Key, 90.5 FM WRTW.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network. It's Chesterton 50, Michigan City 35 from Maryville High School, Class 4A sectional number 2 action. After the timeout, Chesterton with the basketball as Palambizio takes it hard to the bucket, gets the bump and the hoop, and he'll go to the line with a chance at another three-point play, and Shaquan Hemphill picks up the personal foul for Michigan City.
He's doing a good job of attacking the baseline. That's the third, I think it's the third basket he scored from that position.
17 points on the night for Chris Palambizio with a chance to add 52-35. Chesterton on top with 3:43 to go here in the third, and Palambizio lets the three-point opportunity go, and he hits it. 18 points for Chris Palambizio, and the lead is up to 18 as well. Now, Jerome Boyd back in for Michigan City. It's poked out of bounds. It's going to go with the City, and Boyd to begin the inbound right in front of the Wolf bench. Off the inbound, backcourt now to Michael Miller. He'll come across the timeline with a left-hand dribble. Off the handoff, finding Boyd. Chesterton sitting in that 1-2-2 zone, Coach.
Yeah, and you know, and Michigan City is just passing the ball around the perimeter.
Miller to the bucket with a scoop shot. That's no good, but a foul coming up against Chris Palambizio.
There he attacked the seam of the zone. He's going to shoot 2 free throws, but you've got to do something different. You're down, 18 points. You got to do something different to get yourself back in the ball game.
So to the line goes the lefty, Michael Miller. The first shot on the way is up and good.
What did you say Hemphill has? Leading score? He's got
I think he's got 2 tonight.
2 points.
And he's averaging 14 points a game. Second shot on the way is up and in by Miller. And the lead is now 53-37, 16-point lead with 3:18 to go in the game, or in the third quarter rather here. In game number 2, the winner of this one will get Maryville Friday night. Full court pressure by Michigan City. To the timeline comes Lewis for Chesterton. He loses the handle, pokes away, and Boyd has it for the City. Boyd and the boys on the push. Alley-oop to Hemphill, and he hammers it home. Shaquan Hemphill with the big alley-oop dunk. He's got 4 points on the night now, Coach, and it's 53-39, and a turnover now by Chesterton. That might have been what needed to happen for Michigan City to wake them up as well as their fans.
Yeah, their fans woke up with that dunk, but keep in mind that dunk counts too.
That's right. Absolutely right. 53-39 under 3 minutes to go. Hemphill outside the arc. Inside there, that's Jones. Jones back to Hemphill. Swings it high left to Boyd. On top, Miller. Jump stop into the lane with a hop, stop, and pop. He can't get it to fall and gets his own rebound and pulls it back out. Miller with the spin move from the elbow, the jumper up and in. 53-41. It's down to 12 under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. As Chesterton has the basketball, and Michigan City with a little bit of a run here, Coach.
Well, they need to get the ball into Palambizio.
And that's who gets it. Palambizio drop step to the bucket, up and in. Great move.
And he scores!
That's why you had 31 years, and you learned some things, right, Coach?
Well, you know, you get the ball in the hands of your leading scorer, He's a big-time player.
20 points now for Chris Palambizio. 55-41, 2 minutes to go here in the third. Right corner, Boyd has it, drives the baseline. Reverse layup is no good. Crawford put back up and in. The big fella having his way inside. 55-43 with 1:49 to go here. Late third quarter, Chesterton with the basketball and the advantage.
The problem is DeLosa is breaking the press by himself.
Mullen for three, right side up and in. Mullen with the silencer. And it's 58-43, back to a 15-point lead. Mullen now with 7 at the other end. Hemphill loses the handle, and Mullen finds it for Chesterton. Now up ahead to Palambizio. Bounce pass inside to Weber, and he lets it go right through the wickets. A turnover and a tough one. I think he was so wide open he surprised himself.
Yeah, surprised himself. That happens.
Back in for Michigan City. Brad Pulowski and Stewart. Also back in, Shane Barron. Michigan City down 58-43, 1:19 to go. Clock rolls here, late third quarter. Pulowski and the City with a basketball. Stewart to the floorboard with a right-hand dribble. Inside to get it to Barron. He runs right over a Chesterton Trojan, and he gets the hoop. And Barron...
That might have been a flop. I don't know. Officials might have thought it was a flop.
58-45 as Palambizio takes it to the bucket. Can't get that to drop. Pulowski with a board. The City with a push. As Stewart brings it in the front court, lobs it in the left corner for three from Vigil. That's no good. Offensive putback on the way up and in by Crawford. Crawford with the hoop. And it's now 58-47 with 38 seconds to go. Trojans pushing it. As Beeks has it for three, right corner up and in. Again, a big bucket right there from Antoine Beeks. It's a triple.
Every time Michigan City scores and so forth, Chesterton has the answer.
Michigan City basketball. 61-47, Chesterton on top with 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Stewart for three on top, no good. Barron's putback, blocked from behind, but we've got a foul coming up against Chesterton with 10.6 seconds to go here in the third.
This is one of those high-scoring games where defense is out the window. 61-47. It's going to be probably the winner's going to end up with 80 points.
So to the stripe goes Shane Barron, the 6'3 senior. 4 points on the evening. City gets the basketball, if you're wondering, to begin the fourth quarter as well. So this run could continue for Michigan City as he hits number one. Does Barron, he'll get one more. 61-48. 10.5 ticks remaining in the third. Chesterton 15-8 overall. Michigan City 14-8 entering sectional action. Barron with number two. Can't get that to fall. Palambizio with the board and the push up ahead to Beeks. Beeks front court. Goes left side to Mullen. To Palambizio from 30 off the window. Up and in with 2 seconds left. Palambizio ends the third quarter with a three-point shot from the high left side.
He called bank.
He did call bank.
Okay.
He's got 23 on the night. And it's a 64-48 lead for Chesterton as we get set for fourth quarter action. But first, this timeout from the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.
Blue 82, located in St. John just across from Lake Central High School, is where big screen sports, mouth-watering food, live music, and good times are all on the same team. Featuring food prepared from scratch with top-quality ingredients, Blue 82 provides a fun and relaxed atmosphere for groups big and small. Blue 82 is open for quick lunches, outstanding dinners, and late-night snacks. To see all that Blue 82 has to offer, including their menu, the website is www.blue82.net.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network. on 90.5 FM, The Key, WRTW. Fourth quarter action underway. Chesterton 64, Michigan City 48, and the city has the basketball to begin quarter number 4, Coach.
See, they're not attacking the basket. They're just going around the circle here. End up shooting a 3.
Stewart lobs the cross court to Boyd. Boyd to the floorboard with the right hand. Boyd now back to Stewart, the lefty for 3 off the right side, up and in. Stewart dials it up once again from long distance.
He's not gun shy,
no,
is he?
He's not. He's got 8 points on the night. 64-51. Chesterton with the lead and the basketball. Foul in the front court against Stewart. He raked Jack Mullen across the nose. 7:23 to go in this one. Got a host of awards for you at the completion of the ball game. We'll have the United Federal Credit Union Big Money Play of the Game, the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, the Crawler Company Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, and that's coming up at the end of this one. Beeks from the right corner for Chesterton, no good. Palambizio with the putback. He can't get it to drop, but a foul is coming up, and I think it's going to be Zach Vigil of Michigan City. Yep, that's who gets the personal. That's team number 6, it shows. And that'll be the second personal for Vigil, and Palambizio to the line. 23 points on the evening.
How big is the fourth in Michigan City? Number 5 is what, 6?
5'10", they list him at.
5'10". He's all calling 5'10", but he's guarding Palambizio. You got to have somebody his size to really intimidate him.
Palambizio hits it. And it's up and good. 25 now for Palambizio. 66-51. Michigan City looking to push. Boyd now to Hemphill. Between the circles. Back to Boyd, high left. Boyd with that right hand dribble working against that zone. Now shows a little 1-2-2, 3-2 zone, whichever you prefer. Stewart now goes high right. Back to Boyd, and John Boyd wants the timeout. We'll take it with him. With 6:50 remaining in this one, it's Chesterton 66, Michigan City 51. Let's step out for a 30-second break here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players in highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network from Maryville High School, Class 4A, sectional number 2 action tonight. Chesterton on top, 66-51. 6:45 to go in this one after the timeout. Michigan City basketball.
Good move by Tom Feller. He put a man-to-man on 32.
Boyd for 3, high left, and he hits it. 66-54. Boyd with the bucket. That's his first points of the night. Now pressure by Michigan City. Comes to the front court. Does Lewis. He takes it to the bucket. No good. Tap controlled by Hemphill. He has it poked away by Palambizio and turned over into the hands of Chesterton. Inside to Palambizio. Pump fake. Shot on the way. No good. Gets his own miss. Muscles it up. Can't get it to go. Barron covers it up for Michigan City. Wow.
A lot of action. No fouls.
Stewart now has it between the circles for Michigan City. Now to Vigil, foul line right. Right corner to Hemphill. Hemphill back to Vigil. On top, Stewart goes left wing. Now to Boyd. He hit a triple right from that same spot just moments ago. Leaving it in the left corner. Now to Hemphill. Bounce pass to Boyd. Cross-court pass in the right corner to Vigil. Dials it up for 3. Yes, sirree! Vigil with the bomb. He's got 9. The lead now is 66-57, down to 9. And we've got a foul in the backcourt coming up, and I believe it's going to be against Shaquan Hemphill of the city.
Michigan City is going to go out the door either hitting the 3 or missing the 3.
Right.
That's what the offense is. Shoot the 3.
It works pretty commonly like that, too. You know, you live by the 3, you die by the 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
I thought maybe they would attack the basket a little bit more, but maybe I was wrong. I've been wrong before.
Sure.
Many times.
Just ask your wife, right?
Yeah. I'm sure she's listening.
Yeah. How you doing, Mrs. East? Lewis to the line for Chesterton. 1-1. Hits number 1. He'll get one more. 67-57. Back to a 10-point lead for Chesterton.
I don't think DeLosa is the man to foul.
No. The second one on the way is up and good. Lewis hits them both. 68-57. I wouldn't foul him either. Now all the way to the front court to the bucket goes Michael Miller. His left-hand runner is up and good. Lead under double figures now, 68-59 Chesterton. They've got the basketball as DeLosa brings it front court. Bounce pass right side to Weber. He'll pull it back out. Goes head of the key there to Lewis. Lewis for 3. Right side, up and in. Big bucket right there from Lewis.
Boy, they are shooting the lights out today.
71-59. And into the lane goes Miller. His runner is no good. We've got a loose ball foul coming up. Wait a minute. We've got one foul official calling one thing and another one calling another thing. Official Steve Klein had the first whistle of the sequence. We'll see what we got here.
He called a foul.
Still waiting.
I think he called a foul against Michigan City. But he's explaining the call to John Boyd.
You're right. Dominique Jones picks up the personal. Now Tom Peller saying, hey, wait a second, we're in a 1-1 here. So it's going to be Palambizio saying, hey, I'm the one shooting the basketball. There's a kid that knows the game within the game, right?
He's had an upbringing in basketball.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, I'll be very honest. If Chesterton would have kept all the players that have left the program, they would be dynamite.
Tell me about it.
They got a player down in Indianapolis. They got a leading scorer for a team that won the state last year.
Yep.
I don't know any other players they've left, but
well, remember Mitch McGarry left after his junior year.
Yep.
He's playing for Oklahoma City of the NBA tonight in Chicago.
I don't have that score. I don't know.
Doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't see you being a fan of the NBA. Weber's first shot on the way up and good.
What's their free throw percentage?
As a club, they shoot 75%.
They're higher than that tonight.
Oh, yeah. Number 2 by Weber, and he drills it.
Oh, they're shooting the ball well.
73-59, 14-point lead. Clock rolls, 5 minutes left in this one. As Miller takes it baseline right, kicks it out high left. 3 ball on the way from Pulowski. That's too strong. Lewis with the board and the push for Chesterton. Trojans up 14, looking to pad. Jump pass, cross-court pass. Looking for Mullen, ripped away there by Crawford of Michigan City. Here come the Wolves. For 3, Vigil dialing it up, and he drills it right in front of the Michigan City bench, and John Boyd wants a timeout. With 4:37 to go in the game, 73-62. Michigan City trailing Chesterton here tonight. And I'll tell you what, we talked about how they're dialing it up for 3, but first, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll finish that thought. It's a 60-second timeout here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Jack's Warehouse, Northwest Indiana's newest indoor family fun center, is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, sky trail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Schererville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com, and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network with Coach Jim East. My name is Brian Jennings. 4:37 to go in this one, Coach. 73-62. Chesterton on top over Michigan City, and the Wolves going down fighting via the three-point shot.
Well, they are shooting the 3. How many threes have they hit? We don't know. We don't have the scorekeeper.
I'd say 7.
I'd say more than that.
Very possible. But it seems like everyone is shooting the threes tonight. Everybody's letting them fly.
Yes, sir.
After the timeout, Chesterton basketball.
Now they're going to guard Palambizio man-to-man.
Really, Michigan City goes full court man-to-man. Trojans have it. Lewis working with it in the front court, high in the jump circle. Now hands it off to Weber, who goes left corner to DeLosa. He'll drive to the bucket. His layup is up and good. Great strong move to the hoop right there by Niles DeLosa. And it's now 75-62. At the other end, Hemphill called for the offensive foul, Coach.
He's had a tough night.
No question about it. This scoreboard update brought to you by the Smith Auto Group. Smith Chevrolet in Hammond, Lowell, we go the extra mile. Final score tonight in Class 1A Sectional number 49 action down at Counts. It was Gary 21st Century 79, Covenant Christian 62. That one's a final. Also, Michigan City defeated Westville earlier tonight 89-33. Also earlier this evening, 79-55 EC Central over the Morton Governors. Chesterton basketball up 13, halfway home here in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes remaining. Poked out of bounds by Miller of Michigan City. It's going to stay with Chesterton in the front court.
The damage has been done. It's a little late to guard Palambizio man-to-man. Take him out of the ball game.
Trojan basketball as Lewis tracks it down in the backcourt. Here comes the trap now from Michigan City across the timeline to DeLosa. Niles DeLosa to the bucket, drew the bump, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. DeLosa looks like a football player, like a linebacker out there. Now we've got some jawing going on, and a technical foul has been called. And I don't know if it's against...
I think it's on Palambizio.
Yeah. Double technical foul.
Is that what that is?
I believe so. Looks like it's going to go against both clubs. So we've got a technical foul.
Well, number 3 is walking at him. You know, what's he going to do?
See, this is where you got 3 officials on the floor, and really nobody's watching the players. You got one guy underneath the basket looking to his right over at the bench. You've got Palambizio tangling it up with Dominique Jones from Michigan City to his left out of his sight.
I have no idea what the call is right now.
I think it's a 5th personal foul. Yep, it's going to be 5 against Dominique Jones.
Probably good because I think he would have got another technical foul.
DeLosa will go to the line to shoot 2, and then with this technical, now the official showed a double technical. So I don't know if they called the technical or not. It looks like they did because the players are underneath the basket.
I think they did, but I don't know the ruling here. I don't sure the referees know the ruling.
DeLosa hits number 1. He'll get another one.
Well, you got a foul. You got a common foul for the guy shooting the free throw. But then you got a double technical foul. I don't know what that call would be.
That might just be a personal foul, and we're done with it. Number 2, no good by DeLosa. Rebound in the corner by Crawford, and on the push, here comes the City for 3. Stewart lets it rip. No good. It's tipped and battled for. Stewart gets it back for Michigan City. Drives the baseline, a little up and under move. He can't get it to drop. It's still loose and covered up by Palambizio. On the push up ahead to DeLosa. 1-on-1 to the bucket. Shot on the way. No good. But a foul coming up against Zach Vigil of Michigan City.
Very interesting game.
Yes.
Well, let's hope that both teams use some common sense and end up the game in the proper way.
76-62, 3.5 to go in this one, and DeLosa to the line to shoot 2 for Chesterton.
We might end up with 90.
Yeah, you said the winner would have 80. Looking at 90 now.
Maybe 90 now.
DeLosa hits number 1.
Unless they decide to stall. I don't think either team has a stall.
Second shot by DeLosa is up and good. He hits them both. 78-62. Here comes Miller in the front court for Michigan City. On top, Vigil for 3. No good. Tap controlled by Chesterton. And a foul coming up against Miller of the City. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Cherville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. You can reach him at 864-8541 and online at www.rkmissgroup.com. So DeLosa to the line again to shoot 2. 78-62, number 1 on the way. Can't get it to drop. Hit about every part of the iron, but didn't drop. Brad Pulowski back in for the City.
It's one of the few misses for Crown Point tonight, or for Chesterton tonight. They got Crown Point on the line.
That's right. I said Maryville. We're even.
We're even now.
3:21 left. 78-62. DeLosa with number 2, and he drills that one. 79-62. 17-point advantage for Chesterton. Clock rolls. 3:15 to go in this one. Stewart comes across the timeline on top to Vigil. He'll dial it up for 3. That's no good. Pulaski with the offensive board. Now goes right corner to Stewart. Stewart pump fakes, drives to the bucket hard, tries to make the shovel pass, and a blocking foul coming up. And I think it's going to be Jacob Weber of Chesterton.
Well, we should have a very, very interesting game between Maryville and looks like right now Chesterton. I don't think that Michigan City can come back. 17 down. But should be an interesting semifinal.
I would agree.
Both teams, all 4 teams are pretty well equal.
2 different types of styles. Even though Chesterton can get out and go, they don't have quite the quickness of Maryville, if that does indeed become the matchup. 3 minutes remaining, 17-point lead for Chesterton. Michigan City working with the basketball from right to left on your dial as Miller goes with a between-the-leg dribble, left side to Boyd. He'll chuck the 3 again. That's too strong. Rebound snatched up by Rice Lewis. Chesterton. Lewis comes in the front court. Right corner to DeLosa. DeLosa to the bucket hard with a right-hander, and he lays it up and in. Great move by DeLosa. He's a strong kid in the bucket. 81-62. Stewart for 3, no good. Palambizio clears it and covers it up for the Trojans. Now it's poked away by Miller, still loose, and a foul coming up against Lewis of Chesterton.
I think it was a DeLosa, wasn't it?
Nah, they're going to give it there to Lewis.
Lewis.
So for Lewis, that's his 3rd. Nice night for him as well. 17 points on the evening.
I keep saying DeLosa. It's Lewis.
Lewis, yep. Runner up off the window. Great move to the bucket. Up and in by Michael Miller. Miller with a nice move. 81-64, 2:13 left. Now it rolls out of bounds. Now they're going to track it down. The clock's still running. Nope, they're going to stop it. Okay. And reset things.
This last 2 minutes might take 10 minutes.
Fans starting to head for the exits here. Barron back in for the City. Off the inbound, Palambizio has it. In the backcourt, comes across the timeline now to Mullen, who finds Lewis high left. Lewis works on Miller, cross-court pass to DeLosa. DeLosa now finds Palambizio. That's the guy who wants the ball in his hands right now. Palambizio, as Chesterton coach, plays keep away. Now Mullen with the baseline drive, bounce pass inside for Weber. Gets it, puts it up, and gets it to drop. 83-64 up to a 19-point lead as Stewart takes it to the bucket, and Palambizio with a foul. Not a good one either.
No, he just put his head down and drove to the basket. Who is it? 32 is Stewart.
Yep, Zach Stewart. Palambizio with his 4th personal foul to go along with 25 points on the night. Stewart, the left-hander, to the line. Stewart tonight hits the first one. He's got 9, and it's 83-65.
He's not hesitant about shooting, though.
Not at all. He's got to have that baseball closer mentality. Number 2 by the lefty up and in.
I knew you'd bring.
I got to get a baseball analogy in there somewhere. 83-66, foul in the backcourt. Palambizio walks down to the other end for Chesterton.
I'm saying 90 now.
Pretty good. That's pretty good bet, right?
That's a lot of points. Man, that's a lot of points.
83-66 with 98 seconds left in this one. Palambizio to the stripe with a chance to pad his already great evening of 25 points.
Michigan City won the first game.
Yes, sir. Palambizio misses number 1.
I'd like to have seen that first game.
Yeah.
I don't think that Michigan City surrounded the zone and just shot 3s.
You're right. Palambizio misses them both, and the rebound by Miller of the City. Miller comes front court, head of the key. Between the leg dribble, trying to get to the bucket. He does with the left-hand runner. That's no good. Palambizio with the board. Splits the defenders, finds Mullen, who gets it up ahead to Lewis. Lewis now fouled in the backcourt with 1:23 remaining in this one. And Chesterton up 17 here tonight on the Region Sports Network.
This might take quite a while.
You can tell the doors have been opened up because it's cold.
Best free throw shooter drains it.
Lewis hits number one, 84-66. You're listening to Prep Basketball on the Region Sports Network on WRTW 90.5 FM The Key, brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer. Second shot by Lewis is no good. Rebound by Barron of Michigan City. On the push-up ahead to Pulowski. Now Miller takes it right of the lane. Picks up his dribble, goes to Barron in the right corner. He'll force it from 17. That's no good. Palambizio with another defensive board. Kicks off his foot, so it's going to go back to Michigan City. A tough break right there for Chris Palambizio.
Yeah, I think he was looking for the foul, but they called him for kicking the ball out of bounds.
So Michigan City with the basketball, down 84-66, coming up on the 1 minute mark left in this one. Inside the offensive board, and the putback is up and in by Watts. Jerome Watts with the hoop. Now Chesterton has the basketball. 15-footer from the top of the free throw line area, up and good by Jacob Weber, and a timeout taken by Tom Peller. As Coach Peller, I think, wants to go to his bench and bring in his reserves. It's a 30-second break. We're going to keep it right here, Coach. And right now, Chesterton advances to Friday night semifinal action against the Maryville Pirates. This should be a good ball game. So Palambizio will sit down here tonight, Coach. He'll finish tonight with 25 points, 2 above his season average.
He's the main player for Chesterton, but I thought Rice Lewis had a very good ball game. What did he end up with?
Lewis tonight, 17 points on the evening. 3 above his season average. 12 points as well from Jacob Weber in his night. And 14 points on the evening from Nick DeLosa. So you've got 4 players, 4 starters in double figures. That's a good evening.
That is a very good evening.
After the timeout, Michigan City basketball.
I really thought the game would be much closer than it is, but I'm surprised by the score.
Pulowski with a deep corner 3. That's no good.
I never thought anybody would reach 80.
Yeah, the way it started out, you're right. Long 3, no good by McQuan Doherty, and the rebound by the Trojans. Chesterton have the basketball in the front court as Tom Peller goes to his bench. Luke Finke has it for Chesterton. Now right side to Jagielski with 15 seconds left. Chesterton just going to pull the air out of this one as John Andershock is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot the double bonus with 12.4 seconds left. Andershock, the 6'4 sophomore forward, averaging a point per game, getting a little playing time here tonight late in this one.
Well, it's always nice to have the kids off the bench to get some playing time.
Especially the younger ones you bring up, if you bring any up for the postseason. Andershock misses number 1, he'll get another one. John Boyd goes back to his bench, brings in 3 of his starters. Coach Boyd still staying with that rotation, 3-4 guys at a time.
Yeah, maybe he might have let the seniors leave
get
the floor.
An ovation, you're right.
I don't know.
Andershock hits it.
I will say this, Michigan City brought a nice crowd tonight.
Yes, they did. 87-68 with 7 seconds left. Trojans on top, and they will advance to a Friday night action. And that's going to do it here from Maryville High School for game number 2 of the Class 4A sectional number 2 action. Final score tonight, it was Chesterton 87, Michigan City 68. Let's step out for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll kick off the postgame show. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Cherville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Cherville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com. Planning on traveling to Indy for the state finals? Embassy Suites is located in the heart of Indianapolis. Embassy Suites is connected to Circle Center with many entertainment and dining options. All guests can enjoy 2-room suites with bedroom and living room and complimentary hot breakfast each morning. Embassy Suites Indianapolis, 317-236-1800 or 1-800-EMBASSY.
Smith Ford on Route 2 in Lowell is Northwest Indiana's straightforward, no-bull Ford dealer. Smith Ford has a great selection of new Fords like the new Fusion and C-Max hybrids that are rated at 47 miles per gallon, highway and city. Smith Ford also has a selection of fine pre-driven vehicles, and the service and parts departments are open 6 days a week to get you in and out in a timely fashion, no bull. Smith Ford on Route 2 in Lowell. The website is smithfordlowell.com.
Green 18! Green 18!
The Region Sports Network is proud to be the exclusive media partner of the Crown Point Junior Bulldog Youth Football League. The Junior Bulldogs are Northwest Indiana's largest independent youth football league, serving over 500 players and their families from 22 Northwest Indiana communities. For more information on the Crown Point Junior Bulldogs Youth Football League, the website is cpjrbulldogs.com. That's cpjrbulldogs.com.
Tonight's game is being underwritten by your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agents in Lake County. Different drivers require different kinds of car insurance. Coverage from house to house isn't always the same. And life policies vary too. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County is proud to, in part, underwrite high school sports on 90.5 FM WRTW The Key. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County.
Since 1922, Smith Chevy in Hammond and Smith Chevy in Lowell have been working hard to earn trust as quality auto dealers for Northwest Indiana. With a wide range of new Chevrolets like the all-new Impala and the 35 miles per gallon Cruze, and plenty of certified pre-owned vehicles in stock, Smith Chevy tries to make the sales process as simple as possible by matching customers to the vehicle that fits them best. And Smith Chevy has the highest rated service department in Chicagoland. Smith Chevrolet, the first new car option.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network. Fans head for the exits here tonight as they witness in game number 2 the Chesterton Trojans with the 87-68 victory over the Michigan City Wolves. And Coach East, your thoughts on this ball game tonight?
Well, my thinking was the team that started out the fastest would win the ball game, and actually Chesterton started out very strong. It took about 7 minutes for Michigan City to hit their first field goal, and they never did relinquish the lead. They got close, but I would say this: I think Chesterton deserved that victory, and they stayed in that zone and forced Michigan City to shoot nothing but threes.
Chesterton with the victory here tonight, Coach, raises their mark to 16-8 overall, and Michigan City ends their season at 14-9. For the Trojans here tonight, 4 players in double figures. Chris Palambizio with 25, 17 from Lewis, 14 from Niles DeLosa, and 12 points from Jacob Weber. I'd say that's pretty good distribution.
Yeah, whenever you get 4 players in double figures, you have a chance to win the ball game.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll begin the awards. We'll have 3 awards to give away. It's the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, the United Federal Credit Union Big Money Player of the Game, and Proud Company Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. That's coming up here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players in highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com. Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Schererville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Cherville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com.
Jack's Warehouse, Northwest Indiana's newest indoor family fun center, is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, sky trail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Cherville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com, and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
Planning on traveling to Indy for the state finals? Embassy Suites is located in the heart of Indianapolis. Embassy Suites is connected to Circle Center with many entertainment and dining options. All guests can enjoy 2-room suites with bedroom and living room and complimentary hot breakfast each morning. Embassy Suites Indianapolis, 317-236-1800 or 1-800-EMBASSY.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Back at Maryville High School, fans heading for the exits. It's an 87-68 victory for the Chesterton Trojans over the Michigan City Wolves. And time now, Coach, to hand out the awards. Awards part of our broadcast. We've got plenty of awards here tonight. Let's start off first with the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game. Underwritten by Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, providing quality work and safety footwear and apparel since 1946. And tonight's Blue Collar Player of the Game, Coach?
Well, I have to give that to Rice Lewis. I think he was remarkable at the free throw line. I think he had every free throw, didn't he?
Yeah, he was pretty close. I think he might have missed one. He had 17 points on the night. Great job at the line, handling the basketball as well.
I thought he handled the ball versus Michigan City's press very, very well.
So Rice Lewis, our Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game. Now it's time to name the big money play of the game, underwritten by United Federal Credit Union. United Federal Credit Union, banking made easy. And tonight's big money play of the game,
Antoine Beeks made an acrobatic layup, and I think when I wrote that down as a play of the game, that was in the second quarter. I don't think anything topped it. I think the dunk was very important,
right?
But it was by Michigan City and never did excite them. Antoine Beeks is from Chesterton. I think Chesterton swept all the awards tonight.
Yep, it's a clean sweep for the Chesterton Trojans as Antoine Beeks is named our big money play of the game. Now it's time to turn to the big one. It's the time to name the Crowell Company Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Underwritten by Crowell Companies, have offices from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Tonight's Crowell Company Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, pretty easy choice.
Yes, I'll let you make that.
That's going to be Chris Palambizio. Palambizio, the 6'6 senior, finished with 25 points on the night, one of 4 players in double figures for the Chesterton Trojans. So Chris Palambizio, is tonight's Crowell Company Lantern Man Superhero of the Game.
I agree with you 100%. I think he was the dominant player on the floor, and it'll be interesting to see what Maryville does to stop him.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
To the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Since 1922, Smith Chevy in Hammond and Smith Chevy in Lowell have been working hard to earn trust as quality auto dealers for Northwest Indiana. With a wide range of new Chevrolets like the all-new Impala and the 35 miles per gallon Cruze and plenty of certified pre-owned vehicles in stock, Smith Chevy tries to make the sales process as simple as possible by matching customers to the vehicle that fits them best. And Smith Chevy has the highest rated service department in Chicagoland. Smith Chevrolet, the first new car option.
Quality, family, convenience, trust. The 4 interlocking diamonds that symbolize United Federal Credit Union represent our commitment to our members. Quality, what we strive for in every transaction. Family, we have products and financial advice for every stage of life, like we would for our own family. Convenience, we are constantly adding ways to make our products more convenient, like mobile banking, online banking, and 24-hour telephone banking. Service, our service-oriented staff will take the time to get to know you on a personal level. United Federal Credit Union in Griffith, we'll get you there. High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network. Final score here tonight, Chesterton 87, Michigan City 68. And, Coach, this sets up a couple of nice matchups Friday night.
Yes, Portage is the most improved team in the tournament. And they played a double overtime game against Crown Point the first time. Throw that one out the window. I think Crown Point is coming off probably their best victory of the year. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. The second game, this is a Wednesday night. They're going to play Wednesday and Friday. Whatever team can recoup from tired legs and so forth is going to get the job done. But I think Maryville goes very deep, a little deeper than does Chesterton. So we'll see what Maryville can do to stop Chris Palambizio, because I think the whole team revolves around his play.
Well, these two clubs, Chesterton and Maryville, met back on January 9th, Coach, at Chesterton, and the Trojans came up short 56-55. But here tonight, or here Friday night, I should say, on Maryville's home floor, you got to say that Maryville is definitely the favorite.
Yeah, I think they had the easier of the two games. Playing the second game, they're going to get home a little late, and I don't know what kind of practice they have on a Thursday before a Friday, a walkthrough type of situation. But I'll tell you this, it's going to be a very, very good ball game.
Coach, great job tonight. It's been fun working with you. I haven't seen you all winter, but great job as usual.
Well, my pleasure to work with you.
Thanks, Coach. Final score once again, it was Chesterton 87, Michigan City 68. Region Sports Network coverage of high school basketball on 90.5 FM WRTW on the internet at regionsports.com is underwritten by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer, the MVP of MPGs. The Crowell Companies, your insurance superheroes. Berry Brothers, a tradition of quality and service since 1946. McShane's business products and solutions since 1921. The Lake County Agents of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Christensen Chevrolet in Highland, driving the American dream. Misprint in Munster and Hammond. For custom print, designs, signs, it's Misprint. Blue 82 in St. John. Food, friends, and fun. Morris Baseball and Softball Center, providing elite instruction. Randall K. Miss Accounting Group, putting the numbers to work. Jack's Warehouse, great entertainment for the whole family. Triple Crown Baseball and Softball Academy, where the All-Stars train. Smith Chevy in Hammond, Smith Chevy in Lowell, we go the extra mile. Smith Ford in Lowell, your no bull Ford dealer. United Federal Credit Union, banking made easy. Embassy Suites in downtown Indianapolis. The Crown Point Junior Bulldogs, Northwest Indiana's largest football league for the youth. And by the Town Club Restaurant, Steak and Seafood for 65 years. The executive producer of the Region Sports Network is Chris Ramirez. Chief engineer tonight, Mike Bonaventura. Coordinating producer was Nathan Laird. Our broadcast crew tonight was Jim East, and, of course, yours truly, Brian Jennings. The game producer tonight was Mike Bonaventura. Video on site was Chris Ramirez, and our video producer tonight was Nathan Laird. We'd also like to thank 90.5 FM station manager Jody McManus, and special thanks to Janice Quiliza of Maryville High School and the listeners of 90.5 FM, WRTW, and on regionsports.com. So that's going to do it. Final score for the final time from Maryville High School. It was Michigan City losing to Chesterton by a final score of 87-68. That's going to do it for our broadcast portion here from Maryville High School. We'll send it back to Nathan Laird in the studio. For Jim East, my name is Brian Jennings saying so long, and thanks for listening, everybody.